What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Ackland here, and of course, welcome back to each and every one of you. What a day! What a day! I had literally almost a 4-hour meeting this morning about an upcoming podcast that I'm setting together. It's a whole thing, but you guys will learn about that a little bit later, probably next week sometime. I'll go into more detail about that. But yeah, it's been a nuts day for me. So I'm very happy. I always like these shows, right? I always like the Baron's Chat, because Baron's Chat sort of signifies the end of a work week. What's on the list of topics today? So mostly in Baron's Chat, as you guys know, it's up to you guys. You make most of the rules, you ask questions, you lead the conversation to wherever you want it to go. But I do have topics. I do have a couple of things that I want to discuss, that I want to get into, that I think we should be talking about. So as we always do, we'll get the bad stuff out of the way before, really focusing on the good stuff. So there's something bad that happened. This happened yesterday, or at least we learned about it yesterday. Probably happened a little bit earlier. But Jon Hight, the director or executive producer, rather, of World of Warcraft, has left Blizzard. Now, I said during the stream when this news broke, the thing that bothers me about this is the timing. Now, I want to be clear here. I'm not suggesting that this is doomsday and World of Warcraft is done and there's nothing they can do anymore. Pack it up, boys. Let's all go play Final Fantasy XIV. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying from a timing perspective, when you think about, someone working at a company like Blizzard, someone making video games, I get that there's a point where you feel a little bit tired, you feel a little bit burned out, you really want a change of pace, a change of scenery. I fully understand that, but this would have made a lot more sense. Was this during Shadowlands, or was this at the beginning of Dragonflight, for example? I probably would have been able to go, all right, he just wants a change of pace. But now with the World Soul Saga looming, and we have this, giant push in a brand new direction that Blizzard have never gone into, this would be, in my opinion at least, one of the most exciting times to be at Blizzard Entertainment, because this is the first time this has ever happened. You've never done sagas before. How cool could it actually be? So it just bothers me a little. The timing is a little bit suspicious. Now, there are two fundamental options here. I'm sort of leaning towards the Microsoft option a little bit more. Not that Microsoft is downsizing, but this may be indicative of Microsoft applying pressure to Blizzard. In other words, Microsoft really wants Blizzard to start cutting costs. Microsoft doesn't think that Blizzard requires all of the people that they currently have, and so, a little bit of pressure is being applied. So Blizzard is applying that pressure, obviously, where they feel like they could potentially make some cuts. The issue, of course, with that is no game can operate without an executive producer. And you can't say, well, we have one executive producer that's just going to do all of them. That's not how it works, right? You need a guy that is going to oversee the budget, is going to make sure that there is money for all of the things that you want to do, that's going to make sure that all of the departments are well stocked and well equipped to do all of the work. So you need an executive producer. So I don't know if the Microsoft option makes sense, because they would just have to employ another executive producer for World of Warcraft. So that doesn't make a lot of sense. But that only needs one other option, and nothing I see at the moment indicates that this could be true, and that is that Jonathan Hight doesn't believe in the direction that World of Warcraft is going in. He doesn't think that he wants to be a part of this. This doesn't feel like the kind of thing that he wants to see through to the end of it. If that is the case, I think we'd all be very sad, because everything looks so good. Everything looks so exciting. Maybe he really just decided to leave. I can't just go with that, because, kind of my brain works this way. The first thing I thought when I saw this, I was like, oh, shit. Oh, how bad is that going to be? I'm not even going to read his Twitter post about this, because it is just a bunch of PR speak. You'll never know what the truth is if you read his Twitter post, because it is just him going, I'm so glad and grateful for all the time that I had with you guys, but it's time for a new adventure. And say, all right, bro, calm the fuck down. You know, that's enough of the PR speak for one day. But yeah, he is moving on to something else. I wish him luck. Thank you so much for the time that you've spent with us. It's been, you know, phenomenal. There's been some bad times, but there's also been some good times. So I'm very happy for that. Third option, not that he doesn't believe in it. Maybe he couldn't adapt to it. Lots more plate spinning with the various teams. Abaddon, that is also, of course, possible. It is that, you know, now with Chris Mason moving the entire World of Warcraft into this weird space, it is possible that for him, this was just way too overwhelming, not what he really signed up for. Because you have to think, previously, as the executive producer of World of Warcraft, his job was to manage 2 teams. And basically only one team, because it was only the one team really making the expansions. The other team was just sort of doing the patches. Now his job is managing 4 teams. Because he has the 2 teams that's making the new expansions. He has the 1 team that's doing the patches. And they have the experimental team that does, you know, the plunder booty and all those things. So it might just be that he went, this is nuts. I did not sign up for this. I'm not going to continue doing this. Get someone else in. You know, so it is entirely possible. C. Mueller, how you doing, bro? Cave Montero, how you doing, bro? Frederick, how you doing? Matthew, how you doing? How you doing? People get tired of doing the same thing over and over. I know I've moved jobs because after several years, I needed something new. Frederick, I already discussed that in the beginning. And the main point there is the timing seems weird and awkward considering, you know, you're moving into something that's never been done with World of Warcraft before. So it does just sort of make you go, really? You need a change of pace now? I still think World of Warcraft is in a perfect position. I don't think... I'll put it to you guys this way. With how bad Shadowlands was, and with how lovey-dovey Dragonflight was, if the old guard at Blizzard, you know, the people that oversaw these expansions, if they're the ones leaving and going, well, we just don't want to be a part of this new journey, I don't see that as a massive loss, right? Because, yeah, I mean, all that could mean is that Chris Mason is going back to the days of war and blood and thunder, and, you know, these people are going, we don't want any of that. We want friendship and power of friendship. So then it's like, yeah, okay, cool, you guys can go. we'll do it without you. So yeah, I'm not super worried about the game. It's just interesting. The timing and why he left is interesting. Make war, not Lovecraft. True. If you love something but need a change of scenery, the best time to hand it off is when you are about to launch or have just launched something. That is also true. Frozen Solid, how you doing, bro? T King, how you doing?